Second down and 8. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Moore going in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
On the ground, it's Homer. And he's brought down at the 17, but that's going to be good enough. A first down picked up on the ground.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, and they're able to convert.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after.
I just want to thank y'all for watching the live stream. Appreciate it. So we hit the like button, subscribe, but most importantly, we're on the mission right now. On the phone with Bear.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Powerful running there. Stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. It's second down.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
On second down, Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They will work the middle with Mixon. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud going to set up to throw. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
With the score, Bears 7.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll go again with Swift. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The Texans have it. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
Now, Stroud digs on the reception. Yeah. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 31-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They will run it over center with Swift. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. His kick is good. He got it. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
All right. Uno more.
Throwing is Stroud. They'll look to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good night.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Mixon.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
Robin. Buggy.
Back to throw. Stroud. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. Here's a 2nd and 6. The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Oh, right. Buggy. Hey.
To throw is Stroud. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Catch made there by Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they could win the game on this possession.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Chicago. Throw it again. It's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Slot man in motion left. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
Makes the score Bears 17, Texans 14. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That is caught! And he's going to go all the way! How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What a game this has been. It hangs in the balance until the very end, yet somehow they get a touchdown here late, Mike.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
50 series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Let's go. Ready.
That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Okay, ready? Dog ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Lance now. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19, Tiger, 19. Here we go, here we go.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Come on, set, go.
3rd down, here's Williams. Dumps it off to his running back. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
1st down throw by Williams. Moore's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Williams from the gun. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's complete. Cole Kmet. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
70 Lion.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Kmet brings it in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Hurry, hurry.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Shot, 17.
Back-to-back carries here. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready.
Back to throw, it's Lance. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. What opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And if they're in short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This finds Cooks, complete. There it is, touchdown Dallas! The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
18, pioneer. Ready, ready. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Here's Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like. about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 down? Lead one. Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Williams to throw on first. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys get a huge return down to the 25-yard line before that tackle's made.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. So they'll decline this and take the results. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Here we go, here we go. Set go.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Let's go now. Set go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. Out of the pistol, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Let's go.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Oh, what an effort to bring in that short throw.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Ready?
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff now out of the gun. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. You go right over their head.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 34. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
They'll run it from the gun. He's inside the 10. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Right, 60. Here we go. 10.
Throwing now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They'll run here from the gun. We'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here we go, here we go.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of...
With the score, all time.
Ready?
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
19 light.
They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
22 needle. Set, ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Trouble, 38. Set, huh?
They give it to him again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Another carry for him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Set, huh?
Back to the well again. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears take possession of the football. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good. For the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Cougar 19. Go.
Here he is to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Down to the 10. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding it deep.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears jump in front late. Caleb Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay, Frank.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he gets them the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Here we go. Back.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock. And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Coming out, throwing is Baker. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Hey, alert 30.
First down, here's Baker. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol. Regular.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Hey, alert. Watch out.
3rd and long, Mayfield. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here we go. It's Mayfield. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Cowboy 80. Panther Street.
1st down throw by Williams. Finds his target, Allen. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
Basically, Kate, I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
That's complete. Cole Kmet. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
give now from the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That stop made by K.J. Britt. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Trap 60, trap 60.
2nd and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was Mike Evans. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing again is Baker. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at first down here.
Keep. Real. One time.
From the gun, Mayfield. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Working from the gun, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Going to run again with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears, eager to get some points on the board. It's 3rd and 8, need to get a chunk here.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man, it's Odunze. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's
Running behind center with Swift. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Williams from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Set. 7 Pirates. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Williams to throw on third. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Chicago, it uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Chicago Bears.
60 license. 60 license.
Williams to throw on first. He's got it! And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Running back sent in motion. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
18. Hey, smash.
Third and goal, it's Williams. He's on the move. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take the lead just before halftime. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call.
Tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Tucker now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 6 now. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And that means third down coming up. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break.
Hey, alert 33.
He'll throw it. Flush down out to his left. Now he's throwing deep down that side of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check out.
Williams set to pass. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Ready.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
They kick the running back in motion. 3rd down. Here's Williams. He's got him. That's Swift. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Set up. Warrior 70. Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready?
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down. Here's Swift. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
70 Lions. Let's go. Bravo.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Get up.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Along the right sideline, there's space! And he makes the Huffs go! It's a touchdown on the pick six! Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. This is Swift. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have... Three.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears pushing to get within range for a game winner. Second and 3 now.
Ready?
Staying grounded with Swift. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ready up.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and goal, Swift. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. It's 2nd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, it's going to be Swift. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Swift.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. This is a chip shot from the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.